With Social Security COLA being at 2.5%, it could get a little worse. Take a look at this article right here. Social Security benefits get a 2.5% COLA in 2025. Here's why you may not get to keep it all. 2.5% isn't enough to begin with, but you don't get to keep it all. I'll give you all the details of that article. Also, we have the latest from Representative Larson.
We need to make sure that Social Security is funded appropriately and make sure that...
I'll play the full video clip of that and give you some other important updates as well. Before I dive into the main content, if you appreciate these Social Security updates, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Social Security updates. So, Social Security benefits get a 2.5% COLA in 2025. Here's why you may not get to keep it all. 2.5% isn't enough to begin with, and you don't get to keep it all. What's going on here? Well, I'll go over this article, how it affects your Social Security check that you're going to get from starting in 2025. But first, let's take a listen to Representative Larson on Social Security.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield myself such time as I may consume.
Gentleman is recognized.
Let me also extend my congratulations to Mr. Ferguson and thank Mr. Smith for his comments on this very important piece of legislation. I think the public is always glad to see bipartisanship at work, and there's nobody who exemplifies that more than the chairman of the subcommittee, than Mr. Ferguson himself. Americans are increasingly vulnerable to identity theft, as we all know, and in 2023, the Federal Trade Commission received over 1 million reports of identity theft. Addressing identity theft can be a complex and time-consuming, and currently, a victim could run into incredible red tape when you try to go through the current system and get resolution to what obviously is a very disturbing incident that's just happened to you. We must do everything we can to improve the process for victims, and that's why we initiated this legislation that will allow that one-stop provision and will allow the individuals to make sure that they have a point of contact and work this way through instead of working their way through an entanglement of bureaucracy. We must also ensure that SAA has necessary funding, however, and resources to carry out its mission. Years of underfunding, and the American public should understand this. Social Security is over 70 million people. What other federal agency do you know of that administers that bureaucracy for under 1%? That's a shameful cut. We need to make sure that Social Security is funded appropriately and make sure that they have all the latest technology to deal with the more than 70 million people now that are receiving Social Security. Again, I think the nation is astounded. I come from an insurance capital of the world, and on average, they administer their insurance programs for around 20%. I think we ought to take a hard look, and I think everybody has to take a look into their heart. If we expect to provide people with the kind of service they should get from the #1 anti-poverty program for the elderly and the #1 anti-poverty program for children, then we have to make sure that that's appropriately funded. I reserve my time.
What are your thoughts on what Representative Larson had to say? Agree, disagree? So let's get into this article right here. Social Security benefits get a 2.5% COLA in 2025. Here's why you may not get to keep it all. So the big buzz on Social Security is centered around the 2025 COLA, which is a measly 2.5%, which was announced on October 10th, but won't go into effect until 2025. don't forget about Medicare. So the average monthly Social Security benefit is expected to rise from $1,926 to $1,976 once 2025's COLA takes effect. That's a $49 increase. But that doesn't mean you should automatically expect your monthly check to go up by $49. Why? Why is that? Well, the one thing that's missing from this equation is the cost of Medicare Part B. Seniors who are enrolled in Social Security and Medicare at the same time have their monthly Part B premiums deducted from their monthly benefits automatically. This helps ensure that those premiums are paid while eliminating the need to remember to write out an actual check each month, so everyone wins. The problem, though, is that the cost of Medicare Part B rises substantially in 2025. It could eat into your Social Security COLA, leaving you with a smaller monthly increase. As of this writing, Medicare hasn't announced what the standard monthly premium for Part B will be. That said, this year the cost of Medicare Part B rose $9.80 from 2023. If there's a similar increase this year, the typical Social Security recipient excuse me, who's also on Medicare may see their monthly benefit check increase by only $39 in 2025 instead of the $49. So it could be an additional $9 to $10 for Medicare Part B coming in 2025, but we won't know the official number until December of 2024 when they make the official announcement of how much that'll be deducted. Let me know your thoughts with the COLA, with the Medicare Part B being deducted from your Social Security check, eating away at your COLA. Should there be a different way? Is it worth it? Are you worried about the extra $9 to $10 per month? Let me know your thoughts on that. Yeah, basically, the rest of the article just kind of talks about that Medicare Part B, how it kind of, yes, you get a higher COLA, but your Medicare Part B goes up as well. So it sort of, takes off like a couple of percentage points off of it. But anyways, that is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully cheer you up a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Bella. This is the tip of the day. I want to tell you something that you should really use. If you're like the pool or something and you get hurt or something, you should just try your best, because sometimes that happens to me too, and it's not really fun. But if you got hurt like that one time, I'm sure you could deal with it, and you can be strong and powerful like how you are. So, bye! Hope you have a great day.
If you want to see the latest of what J.D. Vance said about Social Security and the 7 changes coming in 2025 for your Social Security check, then click this video right over here, and I'll see you in that video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.